Hello to every single representative of human races watching this video. My name is Luna, and in today's video we are doing one of my interviews with intergalactic species. Before we get into the interview part, let me give you a little historical background of this alien species and tell you what today's topic is gonna be. Very long time ago, on a not very big planet, lived species that were very angry all the time. Their brain had the tendency of generating negative thoughts. They were mean, they were fighting each other, they were doing bad things to each other, and their lives sucked. One day, the intelligence of this species gathered around a rock and decided to solve this problem. They did tons of research on why this species was acting that way. Eventually, they found the reason, and at the same time, they also found the solution. As you can understand from the title of this video, our guest is going to talk about negative thoughts and how to deal with them. So, let me introduce you to our guest. Human race, let me introduce you to Ju.
Hello everyone! I'm really glad to be here.
I talked a little about your historical background, what happened in your planet, and how you dealt with one of the most crucial problems you had at that time. Do you want to add something to that?
Yes, I just want to tell you that after finding out the problem and after solving this problem, the life of every single representative of my race got extremely better. We were shocked with the results we had. I am really happy to be here and to have an opportunity to share these techniques with you.
So Ju, can you tell us what was the main problem of your mean and angry behavior at that time?
The problem was that our thoughts were basically negative. I am reading the history of my ancestors and I can't even find one single positive thought that they had. The legend has it that it all started with one little thought, which was not very good. There were these huge, gigantic creatures on my planet that were predators. My race became very scared, started hiding in the caves, and the fear got into their minds so deeply that instead of getting it out or instead of trying to figure out how to survive, they became more and more scared. That was one of the reasons that my ancestors did not come out of caves for a very long time. The more negative thoughts they had, the more magnified the negativity became. They just merely did not enjoy their lives. I'm so glad that the intelligence group in our planet said, that's it. Life cannot be just this. Life cannot be so boring and so mean and so nervous all the time. I'm so happy that they realized that there was something more. The problem was that when they realized that the mere problem was their negative thoughts, they did not know how to change it because it had such deep roots in the minds of my race that they actually needed very powerful techniques to shift their attention and to shift their thinking.
Yes, that's one of the reasons that I picked your race out of all the races in the universe, because the techniques you used had to be really powerful to change the whole species. So, Ju, let's start talking about these techniques and also give us detailed explanation what each of these techniques do and how to practice them correctly.
Thank you. The most powerful technique that we used was turning our negative thoughts into blessings. Let's say there is a circumstance X. When you have a bad thought about X, think about one thing about that X circumstance which you are grateful for. Anything will do the trick. When you remember something to be grateful for about X, feel the gratitude and say thank you aloud or in your mind, does not matter. In this way, you turn your bad thoughts into blessings. If X is extremely bad and there is no good thing to be grateful for, think about any other blessing in your life and feel the gratitude. But FYI, there are always blessings in every circumstance. Even if X is very bad, Unless the blessing is that you got a lesson and you will never repeat that same mistake again. My species have been trying to understand why we have negative thoughts. The thing that we discovered when we started using this technique was that after a while, the negative circumstance turned into a positive one. That's when it hit us. Bad thoughts appear just for the same reason why physical pain exists. We all want a life where we cannot feel physical pain, right? Then how are we supposed to know that something is wrong in our body? Pain exists so that we become aware of the part of our body that needs to be treated and needs to be healed. Otherwise, we could not find out the sicknesses at the right time, and that would cause us more trouble. When we think a bad thought about X, it's just a notification from the universe that we need to put more good energy about X and fix X. When you exercise this principle, you will notice how these bad circumstances will turn into blessings. But don't try to deliberately remember the bad circumstances in order to fix them. It will not do any good. Be calm because the universe will remind you without you paying any effort.
This is a very helpful information. Thank you, June. So what's the next thing?
The next thing is actually very weird, but I want you to take it seriously because it really works. Every single time you have a bad thought, just pinch you. It will get your awareness back. When we dive into negative thought, we stop feeling our own existence. The thoughts get more and more negative, and when you are at the bottom of it and you just get your awareness back, notice where you are or what you're doing. Notice what things are around you. Notice your existence. You're already filled with negative emotions. But when you make a habit of pinching yourself every single time you have a negative thought, you will very easily get back to the moment of now, and you will prevent yourself from diving into the ocean of negative emotions. Just pinch you. That's it. Pinch you and come back to the reality. Come back to that moment.
It's very interesting. I think that people who will start using this technique will have red circles on their arms. Okay, what's the next technique, June?
Next technique is journaling. When you have a negative thought, which has been bugging you for a very long time, something which is a real problem for you, something which you don't know how to solve, it's just getting into your mind and messing with your positive attitude, messing with your positive way of life. Take your journal or a piece of paper, sit in a comfortable place and start writing. Every answer is in your mind. That's what you need to remember. Every single answer to every single question is in your mind. Writing helps you pour out the negative thoughts, emotions, and find the solution to your problem. Write what you feel. Write why you think you feel this way. Just imagine that you are talking to someone who has the solution to your problem. And tell him everything you want to get out of your chest. When you take your journal or a piece of paper, sit in a comfortable place and start writing, keep it in your mind that when you are done writing, you're gonna have the solution to your problem and the problem will disappear. This is a fragment from my writing where I was trying to find a solution to getting as many X as I could. I don't know what to do. I'm literally stuck. I mean, yeah, I think I can do this about this X, but then this will happen. Wait, what if I do it like this, which will make everything a lot better? Do you see how the solution starts appearing? This is not just for demonstration, this is from my journal. Write how you think you can solve the problem. Write even the most impossible or nonsense ways that crossed your mind. But eventually you will get to the point in your writing where you say, oh, this is brilliant. I will do just like that and the problem will be solved. I can't believe I don't have to worry about it anymore. Trust me, this part, this sentence will appear on your journal when you do this.
We, human race, usually do journaling. But we do it in a different way. We don't write our emotions as much as we write facts. Like, okay, today this person talked to me, or today this car appeared in front of me, or I don't know, things like this. But along with this, we like write emotions, but not as much. So they're not our main focus when we journal. I never thought that you can just journal about your emotions totally and forget about the circumstances.
You don't have to forget about every single circumstance. Just include the circumstances that cause you feel this way. For example, your friend did something, you felt this way, and you start analyzing why your friend did it or why you react like this to this certain behavior of your friend. You don't include like unnecessary facts, just concentrate on the fact and the emotional part that is causing you to feel pain and is causing you to feel insecure or to feel unpeaceful, if there is a word like that.
I don't know if there's a word like that, Drew. But okay, what's the next thing?
The next thing is to ask you a simple question. Just ask yourself one simple question. When you start having this negative feeling because of a negative thought, what's the point? Like, really, guys, what's the point of feeling bad? I mean, life is just going and going. It's passing in front of our eyes, and we have the choice to enjoy it, to have good things about it, to feel good things about it, to have fun. And we also have a choice to sit there, overthink, get into these negative feelings, think that life doesn't worth it, life is bad. And I don't understand why instead of choosing the first one, you can choose the next one. What's the point of choosing the bad one? Just ignore it. When I say ignore the bad feeling, I'm not telling you to ignore the circumstance. No, acknowledge that there is this kind of circumstance, and there has to be a solution to this circumstance, or probably you are not getting everything right and the circumstance is not actually as bad as you think it is. But don't surrender yourself into the feeling. Take every single bad thing that's happening in your life outside of your body. It's not you, it's just this thing. And it's going to disappear eventually. Then what's the point of feeling bad?
Oh, thank you, Drew, for these amazing techniques. They were really helpful. I will try to implement most of them. I'll see which one works for me better. But I will try definitely the first one, because the first one is really, really powerful.
Yes, I'm really happy that I was here, and I'm really happy about having an opportunity to help you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for accepting my invitation. That's it, guys. Just use these techniques. It will really help you. If you want to watch videos like this and more, don't forget to subscribe, hit the ring button. I'll see you in another video.